In my previous couple of videos, including tax planning under company, optimal remuneration package, tax planning for content creators operating as a self-employed and as a limited company, use of home comes quite often. Then I thought it's better to make a separate video on it and explain it in more detail, what to include in it and how to calculate it. The very first question people ask is why even we need to calculate use of home. The answer to this question is if you are working from home, then for sure you are consuming electricity, gas and telephone. So part of these expenses should be deducted from business profits. Either you are operating as a limited company or as a self-employed. The second follow-up question people ask is what expenses should we include in use of home. So expenses like mortgage interest, or if you are renting your accommodation, then rent of your home, flat or your apartment, council tax, home insurance, gas, electricity and water bills, and finally broadband and landline bills you can consider to calculate use of home. Now once you understand what expenses we can consider to calculate use of home, the obvious question is how we can calculate this use of home. So now on your screen you can see the use of home spreadsheet. So I will walk you through each and every single line on this spreadsheet. So then we will calculate at the end use of home that we will deduct from the business profits. So let's get started. So the first is total area or amount of rooms, and the second one is area used for business or amount of rooms, and then there's a comment next to is use amount of rooms or square footage. So here I always use total number of rooms and the rooms used for business purposes or office purposes. So I never use square footage because it's a bit complex and tricky to calculate everything. So it's always better and easiest way to calculate use of home on the basis of number of rooms. Let's say you have 4 rooms in your flat or in your house, and one of the room is dedicated 100% for the office purpose. So it's easy to calculate 4 rooms. One room is 100% dedicated for the business purpose. So we are calculating the same thing. Let's say we have 4 rooms total area, and then one room is being used for office purposes. So here you can see I calculate percentage of property applied to business use. So you can see the formula that I have used to calculate the percentage of the property that we are using for the business purposes. Secondly is hour use per day for the business, days per week used for the business, and then there's a comment next is use 24/7 if the space is dedicated to business use like a study. So sometime like I said mentioned, like if you have 4 rooms, one of them is being used 100% for the business purpose. So we will calculate here 24/7 because we have put a system there. Our, let's say in our case, a content creator, let's say we are using it for the YouTube purpose. So our YouTube gear like books and like everything, even these stuff like we have put there. So this is the whole room dedicated for the business purpose or for the YouTube content creation purpose. So this will be used at 24/7 because we can't use this room for any other purpose. Here we will use is 24 hours and 7 days a week. So here you will see percentage of time allocated to business use is 100%, and the formula that you can see I have put here is this. This is because a room is dedicated and being used 100% for the office purpose, and here factor to use in use of home I have calculated by multiplying 100% with 25%. So this is the factor that we will use in use of home calculation. Now final the expenses that we have discussed as earlier is mortgage interest or rent. So in our case we are paying a rent of £2,000 per month, and £2,000 multiplied by 12, and the council tax we are paying is let's say £300. Home insurance, let's say we are paying £350 per year. Council tax is £300 per year, and home insurance is £350 per year, and the gas electricity is let's say £15 per month multiplied by 12, and electricity let's say is £30 per month multiplied by 12, and water let's say is £600 per year, and broadband, let's say, is we are paying, let's say, £70 per month, multiply by 12 for 840 for per year. And landline, let's say we are paying £20 per month, multiply by 12 for per annum purposes. So these are the total expenses. If you see the formula from C17 up till C24, the whole expenses we have calculated, and is £26,870. And now it's time to calculate use of home. So under use of home, you can see I have put a formula here as well. So the factor to be used in use of home that we have calculated before is 25%. 25% multiplied by total expenses. So here we have 6,717.50 total use of home that we will deduct from our business profits. Or if you are operating as a limited company, it will reduce your corporation tax purposes, and if you are operating as a self-employed, it will help you to reduce your personal tax bill. So this was one of the 5 videos that I have mentioned earlier in my previous videos. So stay tuned for more videos for content creators, and especially for tax planning. As you are going, can you please make sure like, comment and subscribe? It helps obviously for a YouTube algorithm, and obviously it motivates me to make us videos on a tax planning. Thank you very much. So as always, hands ahead, salute until the next video.